Okay, I'm going to write down few questions. You guys will be answering these questions. Both of you will be required to answer the questions. I'm not going to assign separately. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So from chemistry, I'm going to give some questions. Consider this as section number A. Okay. So the question is that this is a subjective question. Okay. You have to tell me, the question is that the solution turns phenolphthalein pink. So what is the nature of the solution? What is the nature of solution? You guys can write down in this in a sheet of paper also. Okay, because let me complete with few more questions. Let me write down few more questions. Meanwhile, you guys don't wait for me to listen to the answer. Just write down in a sheet of paper. Okay, and then you can click a picture of it and send it to the team. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm not going to give so many questions. I'm going to give only 5-6 questions. Okay. Question number 2 is the acid present in milk is so tartaric acid or the D1. Is it
Sir?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have chemistry.
Would have chemistry? You right now you told me like acid, base and salt.
Yes, sir.
Like
That's in physics.
that's in physics.
Yes,
No,
sir.
actually that is in chemistry. The chapter acid, base and salt. It is put.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. But then we don't have chemistry, only physics and biology.
Okay. Okay, I understand that. Okay, basically, but the chapter acid, base and salt, it is put into this section of science. Okay, no, not it will not be put in the physics and biology. If your teacher has put it in physics, I don't understand why, but it is the part of chemistry actually. Nonetheless, this chapter is there. This is a question from acid, base and salt. Okay, no, so anyways, do this. Okay. Abu Bakr, turn your camera on in the class. It is kind of understood that whenever you guys do questions, at least at that time, you should be turning your camera on. The setting of curd is option number A, physical change. Option B, is it a, let me change the option slightly. Okay, just 1 minute. Is it physical irreversible change? Is it chemical reversible change? Or is it chemical irreversible change? Writing down the option number D here, okay, now? Or is it the physical reversible change? Like Abu Bakr, what have you written for the first one? Okay, you have written this. You have answered the second one as well.
Sir, we should answer it in chat box.
No, actually you are supposed to write it on a sheet of paper. Abu Bakr, you also write this down in a sheet of paper. Okay. Guys, complete this quickly. I want to give you more questions. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
can you read the second one, D option?
It's nitric acid.
Okay.
NITRIC, nitric acid. Don't read. Don't write the question. Just write the answer only. Okay.
Sir, I was writing the question too.
No, why will be writing the question? Save your time now. Mhm.
Okay, sir.
There is my answer is correct.
The answers are correct. Okay, tell me when the color will remain same, when the color of the phenolphthalein will remain same, in which situation? Both of you can answer this in the class.
So neutral and acid.
Okay, what about you, Priyanka? When the color of the phenolphthalein will remain same, it will not change. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
when the color is not going to change. Yes, yes, Priyanka. The same answer, the which Abu Bakr gave. Okay, na? When it's an
Yes.
acidic solution or when it is a neutral solution. Okay. Also, we know about the color of the phenolphthalein. The natural color of the phenolphthalein is that it is colorless. It doesn't have any color. Right now, that we know. Okay. Do let me know if you guys are done. I'm going to write down few more questions. So
Done, sir.
done. Good.
Sir, phenolphthalein contain.
Repeat again. What were you saying?
Sir, where is phenolphthalein and
There is phenolphthalein and complete
sir,
your.
where is phenolphthalein and
I still can't hear it.
sir, where is phenolphthalein and
Where is phenolphthalein in?
yes, sir.
Like, what do you mean to say? Like, where phenolphthalein is in? I don't get it. Rephrase your question, Abu Bakr. Mhm. Which chemicals are found in the following? I'm going to write down few substances. You have to tell me which chemical is found in them. For the A1, let us take the milk of magnesia. Okay, na? Milk of magnesia. For the B1, a window cleaner. So you guys have to tell me which chemical is found in them. Okay. Abu
Sir,
Bakr, can you rephrase your question? What were you saying? Or can you write down this in the chat box? I can't get it. What you mean to say?
sir, are you are you saying to write down the chemical found in milk of magnesia?
Yeah, milk of magnesia contains which chemical in it, or the window cleaner contains which chemical in it? That's my question. I'm going to give some more questions. Okay, na? Let us take a different chapter this time. Let's do some questions from biology as well. Okay, na? Have you written your question in the chat box? Where does phenolphthalein con- Where does phenolphthalein contain in? There's a grammatical error in your question. Where does phenolphthalein, you mean to say? Where does phenolphthalein contain it? Where does phenolphthalein, what does phenolphthalein contain in it? That's what you mean to say, no? Yeah. You're asking about the chemical composition of phenolphthalein. Right, Abu Bakr? This is what you're asking now. If I can
No,
understand it correct. Yes.
sir, like where does this this phenolphthalein and like for example um sulfur like
Mm-hmm.
select for example in turmeric you get this turmeric uh, paper, you can make turmeric paper. So like where does phenolphthalein and where is phenolphthalein and
Okay, you're saying that from where phenolphthalein is obtained.
yes sir.
That's what you're saying now. Okay, okay. Now I understood. Okay. See, basically, phenolphthalein is made by taking a compound called as phenol and we take phthalic anhydride. Okay, na? So we take these chemical substances, we mix them. Okay, na? They go through some through some process, and thereby that is how it is made. But it is really not important for you to understand to learn about this. Okay, na? Like we can make it by condensing the phthalic anhydride. If you are curious to know about it, let me tell you that the phenolphthalein, it is
Sir,
made by,
sir, I had this question.
you had this question, the same question.
Yes.
So it is made by a Bayer's process. Basically, what we do, we take a chemical by the name of phthalic anhydride is taken, plus we take phenol. So using these compounds, phenolphthalein is made. Okay, no? In fact, phenolphthalein, it is not it's not recently made. It was made very early. Okay, no? It was made very early. Getting it? Like basically, we are going to take these chemicals and these will be condensed. You know the process of condensation? Okay, no? So why the process of condensation? This will be formed. Okay, let's get back to the question. Yeah, your answer for the second question is correct, Priyanka. Very good. For the window cleaner you have written, it is correct. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Abu Bakr, you also write it down. Yeah, I was going to write some questions from biology. I forgot. Just 1 minute. Oh, you guys have learned the chapter respiration now? So an organism, name an organism that respires anaerobically. That's the first question. Then let me think of some other questions. Okay, now I'm from the chapter nutrition and animals. Tell me, write the role of bile juice. What function is performed by the bile juice? Okay. Then you guys had we have done the chapter transportation in plants and animals. Were you guys regular while we were doing the chapter transportation in plants and animals? You two were there in the batch when the two batches were merged.
No, sir.
Sir, like most of the class, I was not there.
You were not there. Why is it so? Guys, try to be consistent in the class. Try to be regular, no? Okay, I'm going to give a simple question. Okay, no? Mention two differences between arteries and veins. Okay, I'm going to give this much question from biology. In the upcoming classes, you'll be having several questions like we are having right now. Yeah, which question you are doing, Abu Bakr? I haven't written the numbering of questions, no? Question number 1, 2, 3, and this is question number 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. Don't write the question, just write the answer.
Sir, I don't know 7th one.
Okay, no issue. Do the other one. Or are you done with the other ones?
No, sir, I'm in 5th one.
Okay, do it quickly. Okay, I'm curious to add one more question. Tell me that what will happen that we know that there are different digestive, like the gastric glands in the stomach. It releases hydrochloric acid, it releases pepsin and mucus. As we know, the the gastric glands present in the stomach, what does it secrete? Yeah, Abu Bakr and Priyanka, the gastric gland in the stomach, what do they secrete? The gastric glands in the stomach, what do they secrete? Why you guys would be taking this much of time to answer this simple question? Like, simple question is, the gastric glands in the stomach, what do they secrete?
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydrochloric acid. Good. And HCl is for hydrochloric acid, the short form, the chemical formula. Yeah. Moments ago, I in fact told you guys. Pepsin, pepsin. Pepsin and one more, that is mucus. Okay. These are the secretions in the stomach. My question to you guys is that what will happen if mucus is not secreted? What will happen if mucus is not secreted by digestive glands?
Sir, should the answer be short or long?
You have to answer it in few sentences. Okay, na? Like in 30, 40 or 50 words, up to 50 words, not more than that.
Sir,
Yes, Priyanka.
we should write the any two differences between arteries and veins, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
write
sir.
the differences between the two.
Sir, but I don't know the eighth one.
Eighth one, think about it. Think about it. Try to recall what we have learned in the class, nutrition in animals.
Okay, sir.
Ajay, I wanted to know from you guys this thing. Are you guys having a difficulty in revising the chapters? Do you guys like you guys don't have the PPTs? So if I were to provide you the PPTs of the previous chapters, will it be convenient for you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I will take some time to create a Google Drive link. I will upload it in the Google Drive and I will share the link of the Google Drive to you guys. From there, you can access it. And from time to time, I will try to update the PPTs of the new chapter there. Like I have been wanting to do this for a long time, but I couldn't get the time for this. Okay, no? Yeah. Try to complete the answers in the next few minutes so that we can continue with the chapter also. That is motion and time. Is there any question that you guys are feeling that that is too difficult to answer? Yes,
Sir,
Priyanka?
the eighth one.
Eighth one. Okay, okay. No worry. I will be helping in this.
Sir, seventh one.
Seventh one. Okay. Meanwhile, answer the questions which you guys know.
So what?
Meanwhile, answer the remaining questions. If done, do let me know once you guys would be done.
Done, sir.
Done. Very good. Okay, take the picture of the sheets and share it to the team. Okay. Abu Bakar, you also do it fast. Let me drop a reminder to them that you guys will be sharing the sheet.
Sir, fine.
Sir?
Yeah.
Actually, I wrote with the pencil.
Pencil.
Yeah.
No worries. It
Is it
should be
okay?
visible. It should be visible. No issue.
Okay, sir.
Mhm. Um, sharing. Okay, I have reminded them. Have you guys share it?
No, sir.
Okay, do it fast. Abu Bakar, right now, what's going on in your school?
Sir, no chapter.
No chapter is going on. Okay, since the exam is over right now. Okay.
Sir, tomorrow is the last exam.
Tomorrow is the?
Last test.
Okay. Which subject?
Sir, it is English.
Repeat again.
English.
English. Okay, okay. Guys, there's no need to make the PDF. If you're making PDF, don't make the PDF. Just share it as it is. Just share the pictures.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have sent to my dad, so he will send to the team.
Okay. By the way, you know, there's an option in the chat box. From there also you can upload it. You know that when you go to the chat, click the chat option. Okay, na? Click on the chat option. Okay. There you can go to this. There you can select this ID. Okay. And there will be different logos there. Like there will be logo like this. Okay, na? There will be logo of like emoji, and there will be this logo. Getting it? So you have to click on this logo. Okay. You have to click on this logo, and from there you can attach the files, and you can upload it there in the chat box, and from there also I can access it. Priyanka, can you do this? Or hello?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka, did you understood what I said? Yeah. I suppose no. Okay, anyways, just leave it as it is, okay, no? I will be waiting for your father to share it, okay? Abu Bakr, you done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, have you sent it to the team?
No, sir.
Okay, do it quickly, guys. Do it quickly.
Sir, done.
Done? Okay. Okay, meanwhile, let us discuss the questions. I haven't got it from them. They will be sharing it to me in a minute. Okay, anyways, let's start the discussion meanwhile. Now, what answer you guys have given for the first question? As you have answered, Abu Bakr, it's base, right?
Yes, sir.
Priyanka, you also? So yeah, then
Yes,
it is correct. Very good. While the natural color of phenolphthalein is colorless, and if you were to add a neutral substance to this, or if you were to add a acidic substance, it will remain same. That is remains colorless. Okay, for the second one also you guys have answered.
Lactic
lactic acid.
Well done. Third one,
chemical irreversible change.
Priyanka, you?
Yes, sir.
Well done. Okay. Now for question number 4.
But then for the third one, I didn't write the full sentence.
Okay. Have you written the option number C or not?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. Okay, that's fine. That much I can understand, obviously. Yeah, for this one, milk of magnesia.
Sir, for A,
Hmm.
milk of magnesia, magnesium
Magnesium
hydroxide,
hydroxide.
and then for window cleaner, ammonia hydroxide.
Hydroxide.
Well done. Both of you well done. Good. Now name an organism that respires anaerobically.
Sir, bacteria.
Sir, bacteria and fungi.
Okay. Specifically, you can give an example of a bacteria, and you can give example of a fungi. Okay. Now name the specific name of fungi. Like there are lots of fungi. And there are lots of bacteria. So which bacteria does anaerobic respiration?
Sir, yeast.
Yeast is not a bacteria. You are giving the example of fungi now. So then it is okay if you're giving the example of fungi. Okay.
No, sir, but yeast is also anaerobic organism.
It is an anaerobic organism. Of course, it is an anaerobic organism. Okay, na? So yeast is a anaerobic organism and it is a fungi. Okay, na? Like microorganisms are of different groups: fungi, bacteria, protozoa, alga, and virus. So yes, yeast is one such example, and you have some bacteria also. Very good. Okay, now specifically bacteria like lactic acid bacteria. Okay, now the lactic acid bacteria, the bacteria that is present in the curd. So that is an anaerobic bacteria. Getting it now? Okay, and in fact, most of the bacteria they are anaerobic. Most of them are anaerobic. Okay, write the role of bile juice. What have you guys written in this?
The role of bile juice is to help with digestion.
Not that simple. Answer this specifically. Abu Bakr, on which number have you shared it? Can you let me know the last digit of the number on which you have shared it? Have you shared it on the number from where you guys get the class link? Because
Should I send you the?
Okay, send it then. I'm waiting. So what
Sir,
answer you guys have written for question number 6? Yes, sir, Priyanka.
sir, I wrote bile juice helps in
Hmm.
digestion of fat into fatty acid
And
and
glycerol.
glycerol.
Very good. So bile juice converts fat into fatty acids and glycerol. Very good. Okay, now. So bile juice would be converting the fat into fatty acids and glycerol, and they are the simpler forms of the fat. Okay, but Abu Bakr, you're saying that you have just written it helps in digestion. So digestion of which component of the food? You have to be specific in this. Lots of components are present in the food. It's protein, it's fat, it's carbohydrate. So bile juice uh, helps in the digestion of the fat. Good. Also, tell me that the bile juice is secreted by which gland in the body? Which gland in the body secretes bile juice, and where is it stored?
Sir,
Okay,
is it liver?
exactly. That is liver. So liver secretes the bile juice. Okay, Abu Bakr, you will be answering this second part. Where does it gets stored? Yeah. Where does it get stored? Okay, I have got your answer by the way. We have written bacteria. Role of bile juice is to help with the digestion. Okay, you have answered till question number 6 only. You have answered question number 7 and 8. Okay. So
Sir,
bile juice,
gallbladder.
exactly, it gets stored in gallbladder. All right, now guys. Okay. Talking about question number 7, what difference you have written in this, Priyanka?
Sir, arteries a thick wall
Good.
and carries blood away from the heart.
Carries blood away from the heart. Very good.
And for veins, I wrote veins are thin wall
Hmm.
and carries blood back to the heart.
From where? From the
Um,
whole body. Okay, so
yes,
it
sir.
carries the blood from the whole body to the heart, and from the heart, the blood then goes to the lungs. Okay, now. Okay, so it will be carries blood from whole body to heart. From whole body to heart. That is one thing. Furthermore, let me tell you some other differences also. The blood is being pumped into the artery, so the flow of blood is at greater pressure in the arteries. Okay, now the pressure at which the blood flows in the artery is more. Okay, now so blood flows in it with pressure, while the blood flows in the veins with less pressure. So less pressure. The pressure of blood flow is less. You can take the example of this. You can take a common example. Yeah, like you have the water tank installed at the top of the house. You have the water tank at the top of the house. Okay, there are two pipes in it now. This one pipe is connected to the house. Another pipe will be connected to the top of the water tank. Okay, and it is basically, it goes into the ground. We take the groundwater. This is the groundwater, and there we have installed a motor pump. Right now, a motor pump is attached at the end of this pipe. Now, say that this is a motor pump. So this motor pump is going to pump the water via this pipe into the tank, and this pipe that is connected to the base of the water tank, it distributes water to different taps in the house. Obviously, we observe that since this is connected with the motor pump, so the pressure of water in this pipe is more now. Have you guys seen that? Observe that? Priyanka, Abu Bakr, I'm giving a domestic example to you guys.
Sir, I'm not understanding it.
Not getting it. Priyanka, what about you?
Sir, no,
Yeah.
sir.
Not getting it. Okay. Like where does the water comes? Do you from where the water comes into your house? Do you guys get water from the municipality or from any other source? Yes.
Sir, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Anyways, by the way, you should be aware of like where does the water comes into your house from. Okay. Nonetheless, the thing here. Yes.
Sir, I open the tap and then there is water.
You open the tap and then there's water. But where does the water come into the tap from? Okay. Anyways, the. Mhm.
Sir, it's for us. It's from government.
From government. Okay. 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 Got it then.
Sir, I see that sir, like there is a we live in a compound, so then there is a place over there, and then if I see there's like a big circles, and then I think there is water stored in it.
Okay. Okay. From there it is coming. Okay. Got it. So the source of the water is not underground water, but it is rather stored in a big tank, and from there it is coming. Nonetheless, what I'm trying to say that our heart acts as a motor pump. It acts as a pumping machine. Okay, now. So our heart is pumping the blood into the artery with great pressure. So the blood will be flowing in the artery with pressure. Okay. But the veins, on other hand, it is not under any pressure. Okay, now. So it is carrying the blood, it is carrying the deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body and bringing that blood to the heart. And it does not have that much of pressure in it. So that is the difference between artery and veins. Another difference, if you guys can recall, like in the batch while the chapter was going on, so we did learn that the veins contain valves in them, and valves prevents the backflow of the blood. It prevents the backward flow of the blood. So valves are found in the arteries, but in the arteries, since the blood is already flowing with a pressure, so there's no question of blood flowing in the backward direction. So valves are not present. So valves are absent in the arteries. Another a very fundamental difference between the two is that arteries carries the pure blood. It carries the pure blood. So blood that will be carrying food and oxygen in it, that will be called as pure blood. Getting it, Priyanka and Abu Bakr? Pure
Yes,
blood
sir.
is the one that has food and oxygen. So the heart is going to pump the pure blood into the artery, and that blood contains food and oxygen, and it is going to be distributed to each and every cell in the body wherever it is required. But in the cells, we know that in the cells, the respiration is going to take place, the food is going to be utilized, waste materials is going to be produced, carbon dioxide will be produced, and all those waste will be collected by the veins. So the in vein, impure blood will be flowing. Impure blood flows in this. Impure blood means that it will be having waste like carbon dioxide and other wastes. So these are some of the differences. Like we have learned 4 differences between the veins and arteries. Hope you guys can hope you guys have understood the differences.
Yes, sir.
Now there was this one more question. Where did the question went? Here, this question number 8 here. That what will happen if the mucus is not secreted by the digestive tract? In order to understand this, first of all, we have to understand about the hydrochloric acid. Huh? So the question is like, what will happen if the mucus is not secreted by the digestive gland? So we know that the hydrochloric acid that is secreted by the stomach, huh? So it is quite a strong acid. The gastric, this acid is strong now. It has a pH of about 1 or 2. The hydrochloric acid secreted by the stomach is quite strong. And I told you guys in the previous classes that it has a pH level about 1 to 3. It has a pH level between 1 to 3. And what do we know? If a substance has a pH level between 1 to 3, so it is really strong acid now, right? We have the pH scale that starts from 0 and then continues till 14. If an object has a pH less than 7, then that substance is, if a substance has a pH value less than 7, so is it acidic or basic? Yes.
Basic.
Why is it basic? It's acidic now. A substance that has a pH level less than 7, that is acidic in nature. Okay, na? And the more closer it is towards 0, the more stronger it is.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Just take a look at this pH scale. See, the pH scale starts from 0 till 14. And where the gastric acid is? What is the gastric acid, guys? It is, what is the gastric acid? Which acid is being called a gastric acid? Come on, guys, you can, I don't have to really tell this thing to you. You guys already know about this. The gastric acid is being, what acid is being called a gastric acid here?
Acetic acid.
Acetic acid? Acetic acid? No. Gastric acid, like we did learn about the gastric glands. The gastric glands will be secreting different secretions like hydrochloric acid, mucus, and the enzyme pepsin. So gastric acid is referred to the hydrochloric acid here, no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Hydrochloric acid. And what is the pH of it? It is about 1. Okay, now 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, 1.7, like that. And it is closer to 0, so this is very strong acid. The gastric acid is quite strong. So it has a pH level about 1 to like 3. Between 1 to 3, it can have a pH level between 1 to 3. So this is a highly acid, like this hydrochloric acid, when it is secreted in the stomach, it creates a highly acidic environment. And that is actually required for the stomach. That is important because it kills the harmful bacteria that are present in the food. Okay, now. But at the same time, in order to prevent the inner lining of the stomach, it is prevented by the mucus now. Mucus will be preventing the acid from damaging the stomach wall. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One thing one should think of, like muscles dissolve in acid. We know that. Any organic tissue, a muscle will dissolve in acid. Our stomach also has acid. Our stomach also has muscles in it. So why does that muscle not get damaged because of hydrochloric acid? Because we know that there is mucus secretion by the walls of the stomach. The inner walls of the stomach secretes mucus, and mucus will be preventing the acid from damaging the walls of the stomach. Got this, guys, or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But if the bile juice, I mean to say, if the mucus is not secreted, in that case the stomach lining will be damaged, it will be eroded, and it can lead to problems like ulcer. It can lead to problems like ulcer or problems like acidity. Getting it, guys? There can be problems of stomach ulcer. Stomach ulcer can occur there. Okay, and which will give you a very bad pain. Okay, no, which will be giving you a very bad pain. Just take a look if we can get the right image for you, guys. You can take a look at what an stomach ulcer will look like. In the first image, it is being shown in the very first image here, this one here. Oh, where did it went? Sometimes ulcer occurs in the mouth also. You might have seen that white patch that develops in the mouth. Pay attention to this diagram here. Can you guys see this white patch here? This white spot?
Yes, sir.
Huh? This white spot that you guys can see here, that is what the ulcer looks like. Okay, no? So gastric acids will lead to the formation of this gastric acid, that is hydrochloric acid, will cause ulcers, and it can be very painful. It is very painful. Okay, no? So if the mucus is not secreted, so it can lead to a sore in the stomach lining, which will give us a very burning pain, or it will be very will be in a state of discomfort. Okay, no? Furthermore, we can suffer from problems like indigestion. We'd be suffering from heartburn. We can have the gastric gas pain also. Bloating is also will be also be common. So that is what happens. Okay. So hope this should be clear. Let us continue. Okay. Okay, we were doing the chapter motion and time in the previous classes. In the previous class, so far we did learn about the concept of motion, like when an object will be said to be in a state of motion. We did learn about that, right? Further, we also learned about the different types of motion. So what are the different types of motion, guys? They are
Rectilinear motion, circular motion, and periodic.
right. Okay. So these are the different types of motion. Huh? So the different types of motion which we had learned in the previous classes was rectilinear, or is linear, or a straight line motion, or translatory motion. We have circular motion, and then we have periodic or oscillatory motion. Now, under these motions, there will be some subtopics also, which we'll be learning about. Okay, now, like say for example, in the like periodic motion. Okay, like in the case of the circular motion, there would be learning about the rotational motion. There in this, we'd be learning about the rotational motion. Okay, so there are different types of motions. You have linear motion, you have circular motion, you have periodic motion, or like you have rotatory motion, etc. Right now, we are going to learn about the oscillatory motion, first of all. Okay, now? So talking about the oscillatory motion, we have the example of a pendulum to understand this. So the to and fro movement that is done by this pendulum gives its a oscillatory motion. Basically, when an object would be moving about an axis, moving about a mean point in the forward and the backward direction, and comes back to the mean position, so it is said to be doing a periodic or oscillatory motion. Periodic or oscillatory motion. Getting it, guys? In the case of pendulum, there are few terms like oscillation of frequency, which we are going to learn about. Okay. But first of all, what we have learned right now, that oscillatory motion is defined as the to and fro motion of the body about its fixed point. So what is the fixed point of the pendulum? The fixed point of the pendulum is where it will come into a rest of a state, in a state of rest. So while this pendulum will not be moving, so it will be resting at the position A, B, or C while it is not in motion. So at which position it is going to come at rest? Yes, you guys there in the class?
Yes, sir.
So answer the question now. Or if you're not getting it, just tell me, so I'm not getting it. My question was now, while the pendulum is not moving, while it is not in motion, so at which position it is going to come at rest? At which position it will be at rest? Will it be the position A, B, A? No, simple. It's simple, quite simple. So thereby, how do we define the oscillatory motion? We define it as the to and fro motion. To and fro. To means forward, fro means backward. Basically, to and fro refers to forward and the backward motion of the body about its fixed position. Okay, now further, oscillatory motion is being said as a periodic motion. It is being said as a periodic motion. So why we are calling this as a periodic motion? Because periodic motion is something like when an object would be doing a repeated motion, a repeated kind of motion in a fixed interval of time. In a fixed interval of time. So that is called as periodic motion. Okay, now? So motion that is repeated in a given interval of time, that is called as periodic motion. For example, a vibrating tuning fork, or the motion of the swing, or the motion of the earth in its orbit around the sun. It's a periodic motion. All of them are periodic motion because they
Sir?
are, yes.
Sir, I have sent you the image. Can you check?
You're right. No, I have received it. It's still opening. Yeah, now I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, answer base lactic acid for option number C, magnesium. It's not magnesic hydroxide. You're supposed to write magnesium hydroxide. Okay, now it's magnesium hydroxide. Okay, now kindly
Okay, sir.
correct that. Ammonium hydroxide, that is correct. Bacteria and fungi biologists helps in the digestion of fat into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, good. Arteries has thick wall. They carry blood away from the heart. Veins has thin wall. Veins have thin walls, not has. Okay, now veins have thin walls
Okay, sir.
and carries blood back to the heart from the body. Very good. Very good. Okay, now. So whenever you guys, I will be asking you guys to share something in the class. So in this manner, you guys can share. It's really very
Okay.
convenient. Okay, now rather than sending into the team, you can just share it here. So I'll be quickly getting it. Okay.
Sir, so now should I send to the...
No need to send it to the team then. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what I was saying about the periodic motion and the whatever we're learning about the oscillatory motion here is that we learned that whenever an object would be moving in a to and whenever an object will be doing a to and fro motion about a fixed point, that is said to be doing a oscillatory motion. And oscillatory motion is a type of periodic motion. So the question is, what is this periodic motion now? So periodic motion in physics is defined as a type of motion that is repeated after a fixed interval of time. So I'm saying that rotation of the earth, will it not